Hi, it's Steven. I'm a day late this week with my seed starting update. I was busy with work and a EMDR certification that I'm trying to get done by the end of the month. But today is Friday. I have my DJI microphone, so hopefully I'm clearer in these videos. Turn this around. A few updates. I planted a flat of purple coneflowers, and that is on the heat mat right now. And I just did that today, so that'll take a few days to sprout. I have not done my Coleus yet. I'm actually dreading it because I have to use a tweezers to plant every individual seed because they are so tiny. But I will try and do that this weekend. Those also need heat, so I will take the heat mat off of my petunias down there. The lettuce is looking cool. If anything, I just like the look of the lettuce growing indoors like this. I think that just makes me a garden nerd, I guess. The sights. And then my Rudbeckia, it is now off of the heat mat. I fertilized everything in this room with the Alaska fish plant food. It made everything smell in this room for 3 or 4 days. It was not a pleasant smell, but it has subsided. You can see in my Japanese maple pot here that most of the hostas are gone. I have one more coming up. I transplanted the other 3 into their own containers. So I will have 4 altogether. I'll probably give my mother 2 of them. She saw these red and white hostas on the internet, and I told her, "Mother, those are not real. You're falling for a gag." So hopefully red stems and chartreuse leaves will be enough of a color variation for her. The big thing that I got accomplished was I repotted all of my geraniums. So all the regular geraniums and all the ivy geraniums are all repotted. There's a few here that were still too small to really repot. Plus I ran out of these smaller containers. And then the Russian yellow hollyhock is doing well, especially after I fertilized them. Then up here, because I don't have any other room, I started the microgreens, the broccoli microgreens. So seed starting mix, and then the broccoli seeds, and then putting the other container on top and weighing it down. And then I will check it in about 2 or 3 days to see how it's sprouting. And then I think start putting some light to the seeds. This is my first experiment with microgreens, so I will research it a bit more before I open it up. All of my snapdragons need to start going into individual seed packets, I will use these right here that came from the geraniums. I'll do that. And then petunias. The petunias need to come off of heat. That's pretty much it. Today I also went out and I put malorganite on a lot of my bushes and trees for slow release fertilizer. I think it'll be helpful with all my Japanese maples, and then the forsythia in the back. Also, funny story, I have a big rabbit stuck in my backyard. I have 2 gates. I try and chase it around to get it out of the gates, it just won't go by the gates. So it is stuck in my yard right now. I'm gonna have to try again to get it to go outside the gate. I think it's too big to squeeze through the fencing. I can't remember what kind of fencing it's called, but the rabbits can squeeze through that fencing, even if it's like 2 or 3 inches wide. I've seen them do it. Rebel here got a haircut today, so he is all traumatized from his haircut. And then his brother is bullying him today. So that's also not good. Anyways, that is my update for this first week of April. This is I live in Green Bay, so the NFL draft is in 3 weeks. I just went to the grocery store so I can lock myself in my house that whole week. Things are gonna start getting interesting with having all of these seedlings and not having any more smaller individual pot containers to put them in. I'll have to go and order some online. Anyways, I will talk with you next week. See you around.